Enjoy that sight when it lasts. Okay? For those of you unfamiliar, I typically don't wear my seatbelt. And you can scold me all you want. It's not gonna change my behavior. In fact, it's less likely to change my behavior. So, you guys, I had really good intentions. I set my alarm, and I asked God to like wake me up. But then my alarm went off literally an hour after it was supposed to go off. And that's really weird. I think something's wrong with my phone. But like, I woke up like about 2 minutes before my alarm went off. And I was like, you're supposed to get up right now. And then I hear my alarm, and then I see that it's like an hour late. And I'm like, maybe, because this is how my brain works, maybe this is God's funky ass way of telling you that you can have good intentions involving your current job all you want, but you're not going to be able to change at your current job. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's very, very true. Because it's too easy for me to keep showing up late. It's too easy for me to keep going through the same cycles, you know? Because it's not just me, it's like everybody's going through these cycles. And, you know, I'm sure that that's the case at every job. I'm sure that, like, intersection where we totaled our last vehicle, so we're in incessant prayer mode in this particular location. Anyway, yeah, I know that everything's a cycle. I know that everybody's going through their things. I know that, like, I just have this habit of being chronically late for everything, and for whatever silly reason, I think that if I get another job, it'll break me of that habit, because I'll have to show up on time, you know? But I'm just like tired of telling myself that I have to do the same thing. You know, I obviously don't do the same thing when it comes to comedy. I mean, I know that the piano punk gets redundant and the posters get redundant, but I do different things comedically. I'm very versatile. I don't like to do the same thing. You know, most comics, they just have a routine and they follow the routine. And like, they add to it, they subtract from it, but it's like, it's still the same shit. I just can't really do that because I get bored with myself, which is why I play piano in my car of all fucking places. Because I don't know why I turned that light on, it's not even dark. Yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling that, like, this person that's been giving me a hard time, it's just going to be so much worse because of the election results. She didn't even vote, but she hates Trump with an evangelical passion, like a lot of people. Like, most white women hate Trump with an evangelical passion. compassion. And so if you don't match that level of hatred, they tend to just lump you in the same category. And you could agree on a lot of other things, but because you don't agree on that one thing, they act like you're just fucking scum of the earth, you know? But the thing is, I'm the exact opposite. If we agree on one thing, I like you. At least I can put up with you. I can tolerate you because I'll focus on that one thing that I like about you. I'll focus on that one thing that we agree on. But it's like, if you're a narcissist, you're going to keep focusing on people's negative qualities. You're going to keep focusing on the things that you hate because you're petty. You're petty as fuck. And I'm not a petty person. Well, sometimes I am, but not very often. I don't think that it's right to ignore things about you that aren't very good and just say, well, I'm misunderstood, or I had a shitty childhood, or a shittier adolescence. When are you gonna learn the lesson that it's not about you? It never was, it never was, it never was. And maybe that's the narcissist problem, you know? Things were never, ever, 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 ever about them. That is just sad. I pity them so much. But that doesn't mean that I should let them bully me. All because they're out of touch with their inner child. It's like their inner child is like screaming all the time, you know? So they don't know how to like go back and talk to them and be like, it's okay that you weren't given what you were supposed to have been given. And that's what makes me so angry, that I see fire, you guys. Every time I see a kid with a tablet, I just think neglect. This is exactly what is happening on this universal level. It's just, Western society is just one example of neglect after another. And so when you raise your kids like this, it's like your kids just don't stand a chance against this world. And that's why so many of these people are like liberals, because they're going after some philosophy that doesn't even work, and it doesn't do anything positive for society. And it's like, I totally relate to the things that they complain about, but they don't really have any solution to those problems, though. That's the issue. And then maybe I should be the president. Maybe I should. Maybe it's time for me to topple the government. Maybe. I'm kidding! Okay? I don't want people to take that one too seriously, because you just never know. You never know what's going to be the joke that puts you in jail. That's an example of a risk right there. You hear that? I don't usually play like that. I usually play like this. Try harder to do better. If I got a problem with other people doing things wrong, I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I almost said pews and keys, which make sense because I'm playing keys. That's a beer term, isn't it? That's bartenders. Pints and quarts. I believe that's what that stands for. Yeah, it's fucking bartender terminology. Quiet though. I know I got 6K. I just hit 6K, baby. 6,000 fucking videos. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Maybe my existence is hoping to prove that you don't have to have talent to make shit. I think I do have talent, but you know, conventional talent. But I think that whatever this is, people are in awe of it because, like, I just don't care. I still do it. I've gotten myself in the habit of doing it. I'm very consistent about it. I am taking a break right now from the internet because I don't want to be bombarded by negative information involving shit I don't care about, like who the damn president is, because it doesn't fucking matter! Now, little people care about little things. People care about petty things. Bigger picture, people care about the bigger picture. Kinda goes without saying, but since people are spraying things that they really don't need to say, definitely don't need to spray. Technology has retarded every single person that believes in it. Technology has retarded society to the point of no return. But I'll fucking say it. I'll fucking say it. Because nobody will say that. Even though that's the most obvious thing. But whatever. It's just your children's livelihood. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Nothing ever fucking matters. That's why we pretend it matters. All these little things. They focus on the little things that don't matter because the big thing, you know, the main thing that they do all the time, that does actually really negatively impact their brain. And that does negatively impact their behavior because anything that negatively impacts your brain is going to negatively impact your behavior. But these fucking retards, these numbskulls, these plebeian sheep, they just don't care. don't. I told you I was going to be a cunt about this. Oh, back to boundaries. Yeah, I do talk about a lot of things, and I pee on the street and shit like that. I know I do that. I know I do that. I know I do that. Well, if I do something that seems relatively crazy, it's just because I'm trying to be funny. If I do something that's unconventional, it's because I hate you. I hate the world that you live in. And I hate that you make excuse after excuse after excuse as to why you have to do the things that you do. You don't even think about them. You don't even think about them. That's why I pee on the fucking street, bitch. Anyway, I pee on your streets. I do want to take a piss on everything that I don't agree with. I do want to take a shit on your shitty ass opinions. I want to rub my bloody tampon all over your vernacular. Because it's too politically correct for my liking. To go get yelled at. I'm either gonna get yelled at or I'm just gonna be scowled at like all day. You know, whenever somebody's mad at you and they want you to know they're mad at you, so they make it obvious, you know, by threatening you and shit like that, but then they want you to know they're still mad, and so they won't talk to you, they won't look at you, and it's obvious through, like, you know, the negative energy that they're constantly exuding because they're an energy vampire, but they don't know it. That they want you to, like, feel that. The path of wrath, that's what I call it. If she doesn't say anything to me at all, it's probably going to be about the fucking election. Even though I didn't vote either, so it's like I said, if you don't match their level of hatred, they think that it's totally fine to belittle you because they're full of fucking hatred. The types of people that need everybody else to be mad, they need everybody else to be negative and pissy. It's like those people, like if you require other people to be a particular emotion, or if you require other people to have the same opinion that you do, like you really, 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 really need to go to therapy. Now, therapists right now are very agenda oriented, so you know, you got to find a good one. That is difficult. All you have to do, if you want to figure out if they're agenda oriented, just ask them if they take trans clients. If they do, don't go to that therapist. Because all the ones that take the clients are like on the left, and the ones that refuse to take the clients, like they don't go along with that whole thing, and so they just have to avoid those people because those people can literally like get their licenses revoked and shit because political correctness runs the world. So something or stop saying something, it's probably not going to be because of some liberal nut job. Or somebody threatening me. Like, if you threaten somebody, like, you're wrong, dude. You're wrong. That's like a good indication that you are not a good person. If you're gonna feel the need to threaten another person. I don't know, man. It's like you see it with race. You see it with gender. You see it with all these policies, like, they really are trying to make everybody fucking psychotic, man. I wish I wasn't the only person that acknowledged this. But it's like, I think that the reason why I acknowledge it is because I am already seemingly psychotic because of my stuff that I got going on. Dude, I don't know where my hat is. There's my hat. There's my hat. Okay, at least I have my hat today. Gotta be grateful for these little things, you know? But yeah, I know that we like talk about a lot of stuff. Like, my brain's all over the place. But I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that I don't conform to anybody's standards of the way I'm supposed to talk, or the way I'm supposed to dress, or what I'm supposed to do when an election happens. And, you know, and I think that's what kills people, that, like, they're so used to conforming to some kind of standard that's not really a standard, you know. It's just the way that people behave, and they don't even understand why they do it. Like, it really bothers them. Like, my existence perturbs these people more than it should. But that's because I don't conform. I'm very much a nonconformist in many respects, but anyway, let me go get yelled at. Bye.